Hola! It is me once again, Metal Hot. I saw an article mentioning a certain celebrity. I forgot who it was. They called them a punk. I have an older brother, and he called me a punk a few times, and he pounded on me. I won't let him forget that. I want to say to him years later, I just think you're a beta bitch. Moving on. So I was like, what does it mean to be a punk? And I'm not talking the music, although that's incorporated as you can't mention punk without mentioning that genre of music. But what does it mean to be a punk? In this day and age, I'm like, what does it really mean? I don't march in lockstep with anyone. I'm not a part of any group. I lean more towards this side instead of that. I have an opinion on things, oh, trust me. But it's like, if you move away from the majority, you're a radical. But if you join them, you conform. That's anti what you want to be, I guess. Anti-punk. Punk means you don't conform to anything or anyone. Maybe. It's always shifting. The line is always moving. You're a punk because what? You're independent when it comes to politics? Whatever. I'm not going to vote for any one person or party. I will vote for someone that wants the best for the country. If you're conservative, fine. If you're liberal, fine. As far as music and movies, whatever, I like B movies because they're wacky. So I have eccentric taste. Not eccentric because I'm not wealthy. I have weird. You have weird taste in everything, whatever. I like B movies much better than the big box office hits. I like music that you will not hear on the radio. Everything from Slayer to Phantomas, the more obscure bands. I'm like, but I always wondered about the term rebel or punk. You're a punk. I know for damn sure that teachers, especially in high school, they didn't like me because I'm like, I wanted to tell them, listen, this is boring. Teach me what I need to know. Because right now it just doesn't feel like it. And so when I was younger, I was drawn to the older crowd. And then I'm like, I think you guys are full of shit. So that's when I became a punk. Because I didn't march in lockstep. I wasn't, I didn't want to see myself as a guinea pig, a subject to the older crowd. Because I started to realize, you know what? Older, older people, they don't have the solutions, but they want you to believe that they do. And so, I went to church. I did that. I was in Boy Scouts, well, Cub Scouts. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to do my own thing. I want to create something. I don't. Hopefully, people like it. And if you don't, but the whole idea of you're a punk because you don't like what I do. You're not part of this group. I'm like, I'm not a punk. I just think for myself. And I'm not, listen, I'm stubborn, but I'm open minded. I just want to hang out with like minded people. I'm hardworking. I don't want conflict. And I don't want people to tell me that I'm wrong for how I think and what I think. I don't want to be around people like that. And so, I guess that's the tradition of being punk. Obviously, I don't have a mohawk, no piercings and all that. Like, I'm thinking, I'm not a punk. I'm just someone that you can't control, and I think that's really what it's about. If you're in a group, people see you as, well, you're controlled. And I'm like, I'm not a part of any group. I like metalheads. I like writers. But I'm not really a part of any group. And it's not, people say you're just being radical just for the sake of it. I'm like, no, it's not a conscious decision. It's not. It's like you're either born that way or you're not. I was like, this is why I'm like my brother. He, at one point, oddly enough, he wanted to serve in the military. He went to West Point, and then he dropped out. And he said, yeah, you know what? This isn't for me. And I'm like, knowing what I know now, I would tell him, no, it's not you. It's not your personality. So yeah, what is a punk? Someone that just doesn't fit in with society. But you're not a troublemaker. But other people see you that way because you don't fit in.